Welcome to Saturday night, guys. My name is David Fraser, and this is GoodNewsOnly.ca, the 5th episode. We have special guest Jay Quarmby on the show tonight. We're going to start really shortly. In the meantime, hit that share button. Let's see if we got any comments. Oh, we got comments. Angie Orange, welcome. Catherine Pollock, good evening to you as well. Peggy Strange, hello again. Trish, happy Saturday night to you too. You could comment where you're from, where you're tuning in from. Carolyn Adams, hello. Wendy Gillespie from Eagle Lake, welcome. APS says, hi, David, on YouTube. I don't know what your real name is, AP space S, but welcome. Jennifer Martin from Minden, Ontario, welcome. Nancy Nicholson, still in Uxbridge and loving this. I'm so glad to hear that. Jennifer Lynn from Webwood, Ontario, thank you. Carolyn Flinton, Ontario, welcome. Know when to run, you better count your blessing. You're sitting at the table, need time enough for counting when the dealing's done. Welcome, Shannon Ritchie. Oh, Shannon and Cyril, how are you guys doing? Too cold for the backyard tonight, man. Miss you guys. Lisa Ann, hello. Al William Brantford for the win. How's it going, Al? Janet from Woodsley. I think I've been to your house. I played in your barn before, Janet. Pam Jeremiah from Oakville. Welcome. Janet Haycott Milken from Napanee. Scott says, I usually sing Gambler to my 2-year-old son to sleep. I didn't know you're from Fitzroy originally, Scott. Interesting. Hold 'em, nowhere to fold 'em, nowhere to walk away, nowhere to run. You never count your blessing. Sitting at the table, and need time enough for counting when the dealing's done. Corey from Limehouse, good to see you, Avery and Corey. All right, we had to get Kenny Rogers in there for sure. Okay, but it's good news only tonight, so we're gonna skirt on past that. Welcome, everyone. As you know, my name is David Fraser, and I always like to get everybody's temperature at the very start of the show. So if you could tell me and tell each other, what kind of mood are we in right now on a scale of 1 to 10? And the goal of this whole broadcast is to cheer everybody up and get them maybe from a 1 to a 4, or from a 4 to a 7, or a 7 to a 9.8. That's the goal. And we're going to have a really, really cool special guest today with some really great, I found very helpful tips for me, myself personally. We recorded it yesterday, and he's going to hopefully pop in tonight to the show as well. And then I'm proud to announce that my wife has given me permission to do one more week of shows. So we're going to do Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday again next week. I'm going to take Sunday and Monday off. And so it shall continue next week. But here's the agenda for tonight. I want to have something called sharing time, and I thought this would be something that what I'm trying to encourage is a little more communication between everybody. So there's 50 to 100 people on the stream right now. Pretty much everyone's from Ontario, and I thought there's a lot of information that we all have that I think if we share it with each other could be super uplifting and helpful. So if you could start prepping mentally in your mind, 2 things, okay? So number 1, what's something positive from your personal life you could share, that would be uplifting and encouraging to other people, like a story. It doesn't have to be a huge thing like I cured the coronavirus. It could be something simple as if like, hey, I made my commitment to myself. I was going to take a walk every day and I did that. Or I made a commitment to do this and I did it. Or whatever it is, just something positive. Or my niece's birthday was yesterday and we all sang her the birthday on the phone, something like that. So a personal story that you could share with each other. And then secondly, any helpful actual information. So for example, I heard today that audible.ca has free children's audiobooks. So you can just get all the audiobooks for free. If you have kids or if you just like kids' stories as an adult, then they're free. So that's helpful, hopefully, to you guys. And I would assume that if we crowdsource the helpful information, there's thousands of helpful tidbits you all have locked in your brains. If we could comment them or just like start prepping them mentally in your brain, we'll have time later after the guest to share that. And I would really like if someone shares a story, like it's very intimidating to share this stuff online sometimes, and I want to respect that. I get so many texts from people, oh, I'm really enjoying the show, Dave, and then I go, really? Because I never see a comment, bro. So there's a lot of quiet, I don't want to say stalkers, but quiet people kind of like just timidly scared to comment. And so I want it to be an encouraging atmosphere. Obviously it's good news only, so let's encourage. If someone says, hey, it's my birthday, let's like really get excited about that and say happy birthday. If someone shares something really helpful, let's give them the claps and stuff like that. Okay? Oh, people are saying I should turn up my volume. Let me do that. That might be a bit better, eh? Check. Okay, cool. Alrighty. So we're going to get right to the music, and then we got our guest, Jay Quarmby, who's a really cool guest. Okay, cool. Alrighty, let's do this. Oh, I should say yes. Some people are asking, where am I streaming other than here? So I'm streaming currently to Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, my personal Facebook page, and also Periscope and Facebook. Yeah, all those ones like that. So we're simultaneously meeting a lot of different people all at once. So, like I said, sharing time. We talked about that. Let's get to the songs.
Don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing gonna be alright. Baby, don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing gonna be alright. Rise up with this morning, smile with the rising sun. 3 little birds on my doorstep, singing sweet song, melodies pure and true, saying, this is my message to you. Baby, don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing gonna be alright. Baby, don't worry about a thing, every little thing is gonna be alright, yeah. Rise up in the morning, smile with the rising sun. 3 little birds perched on my doorstep, singing sweet song, melodies pure and true, saying, this is my message to you. Hey, baby, don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing gonna be alright. Baby, don't worry about a thing. 'Cause every little thing is gonna be alright. Yeah, 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 come on. Singing, don't worry about a thing. 'Cause every little thing gonna be alright. Baby, don't worry about a thing. Oh, 'cause every little thing is gonna be alright. Sing it now. Singing, don't worry about a thing. 'Cause every little thing is gonna be alright. Singing, don't worry, yeah, about a thing. 'Cause every little thing's gonna be alright, yeah, yeah.
Awesome. Okay, well, we're going to get to the guest because I just broke a string, which is great, and we got more to come in terms of music. I'm just going to scroll through. Okay. So we got a lot of great comments here. Someone says, how do we find you on YouTube? Want to watch on the 60-inch screen? If you go to goodnewsonly.ca, there's a link to the YouTube feed as well. All right. Cool. Oil City. Oil City, that's the first town I ever lived in. I guess I could say that I was born in Petrolia Hospital, but I lived in Oil City for the first few years of my life. Cool town. Hold on, there's some. Colin Purser, Tilsonburg. I used your song Two Things in a video about our kids 10 years ago. Still our favorite song. Awesome. Thanks, buddy. That's cool to hear. All right. So let's go right to our guest. Really, I think, important information for us all. I'm going to change my string while you watch this interview. And Jay is going to come back hopefully on the call later, and we can quiz him for questions about fitness and stuff. But this wide-ranging interview I think was really uplifting, but also very just practical. So enjoy.
Okay, cool.
Hi, everybody. I'm super excited to have Jay Quarmby on the show today. He is I guess, Aussie transplanted into Toronto. And you've been here for how long, Jay? It's been a while, right?
12 years.
Okay.
So I am Canadian now. Mm-hmm. So Canadian Australian.
Okay, very cool. So you'll notice the accent, but let's think of him as just a normal Canadian like the rest of us.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Exactly.
So Jay and I met through an entrepreneurship program, and he runs a personal fitness enterprise called Personal Revolution. And I thought it'd be great to have him on the show. A lot of people are indoors. We're not able to get a lot of we're not able to go to the gym for sure in most cases, right? For those.
Yeah, most gyms are closed actually.
Mm-hmm. So I guess it's great to have you on. Thanks for taking the time.
No problem.
And actually, Jay, if you could kind of center yourself a little more on the camera, I just want to see all of your beautiful face. Okay, that's perfect right there. Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, I guess I mean, I enjoy working out, and I'm not going to the gym, obviously. What are some, I guess, tips for fitness or just to keep yourself on the right path while you're unable to go to the gym?
Okay, so yeah, it's a really good question actually, because everyone is now freaking out right now because all the gyms are closed. I mean, myself, I'm completely out of work now at the moment, so everyone's trying to figure out what do we do. So a couple of quick tips just sort of came to mind was, it's March break. I'm assuming your kids are at home right now, and anyone who's watching, your kids are at home as well. Kids love to work out and they love to exercise, and it's something that you can be pairing together really easily. Maybe if you've got a basement, living room, you just need to put it up on the TV or find something to do together. It's a great thing to bring your family together, and that's a really good tip. A lot of people don't think about that, but get your kids involved. If you all start doing push-ups and some squats, and you'll find that it's actually really fun.
Yeah.
That would lead me to my next tip, where you're going to say to me, well, Jay, I don't know how to work out. I've got no equipment. Guess what? Just get on YouTube. I don't know if you've ever gone on YouTube, but there are literally thousands and thousands of workouts that you can just type in equipment-free workout. So there you go. If you've got nothing at home, type equipment-free workout. There will literally be thousands of workouts. So pick one of those: yoga, boot camps, box fit, Pilates, literally anything you could imagine is there. So even type in kid-friendly workout if that's something that you want to do if you have kids.
Yeah, I thought about the idea of like,
what do you
come
think?
on guys, let's deadlift daddy. Let's get that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, get creative with it. And, the point is that we're all stuck at home and we're not doing anything. Something is better than nothing. Like, people always think that you have to have this structured workout and it has to be perfect and have to burn enough calories. Just at this point, we're all at home, do something. So that actually leads me to my third tip. This is a good one, actually, because you actually just joined this tip. So getting involved in some sort of wellness challenge, something that can give you the motivation to maybe tick off some points, compete with some work colleagues or friends. It's super important. Like, we all love to be we're all a little bit competitive. We all like to kind of mark off some points. So I'll share my one for the viewers and listeners, and you can copy it at home. Get a group of like work colleagues together or friends, family, create up a little group and just create a little point system where you can start marking things off. So in my one, I've got, give yourself a point if you get 7 hours sleep.
Check.
We're not check.
Actually, I think I got 7 last night. Yeah.
Okay, good. You're lucky. I know a lot of people with kids are getting a lot less than that.
Is that 7 uninterrupted hours or 7 hours total?
Yeah. Let's go for just 7 hours total.
Okay, then in that case, Jack.
Okay. What about, did you get outside for 10 minutes?
We've already
yesterday.
Yeah. Oh, yesterday and today, actually. Yep.
Okay, good. So a lot of people now, they're just not even getting outside. They're just working from home. So it's, get a point for eating lunch away from your desk. So a lot of people, I know my wife, she's sitting at her desk eating lunch. It's like, come on, you got to separate work a little bit, right?
Yeah, totally.
So things like that, create a little point system. Actually, if anyone who's watching wants to join my one, they can. We'll put the link to it in the comments, and feel free to join. It's free and it's just fun, and get involved that way.
Cool.
I'll give you one more tip. So the last tip here is to just kind of in vein with that getting outside, is to just go for a walk or a jog or a run outside at the moment. They're not telling us that we have to stay indoors, as far as I'm aware. They're telling us to stay away from each other. So get outside. Jogging, it's like actually, this. It's actually
like as you pass each other, just yeah.
Exactly. Yep. I went for a jog this morning, and I was sort of going down the sidewalk. Someone was coming the other way. I just veered over to the other side. I went back. So
yep.
But the amazing thing is, it's so peaceful and quiet right now that if you aren't getting outside, you're missing this like great opportunity to take in wherever you live, like in a different environment. I live downtown Toronto, and it was weird. I was going along Dundas, which normally is a very busy street, and 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock this morning, it was just completely dead.
Wow.
And I was like, oh, this is like I'm in the country.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there you go. There's enough tips for everyone at home to get yourself going.
That is fantastic. So, okay, let's talk a little bit. So there's the two sides of, or maybe there's more than two sides, but there's the main sides of like fitness, and then there's the diet or the nutritional aspect. What are some nutritional advices or just tips you can give us nutritionally at this point in where we're at?
Okay. Good question. And it's something that I think people aren't paying attention with right now. And I think there could be some major impacts. So first of all, when you're going to the grocery store, like I went to the grocery store the other day, everything is just sold out, canned goods, pasta, rice, all this stuff. What I noticed was there was still a lot of vegetables and fruit. So
Really?
all the meat was gone. Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
All the meat, all the rice, pasta, everything. So we, at this point right now, looking after ourselves, I would say, is more crucial than ever. Like, everyone's like slowing down. We're not really doing anything. There is obviously a virus going around. So eating good, healthy, nutritional food, I think, is even more important than it was before. But I feel like people are sort of skipping that and just in fear of buying canned goods and things that don't perish. They're not necessarily the best kind of food for you. Like, if you're spending the next month eating canned beans, rice, and pasta, not such a great idea.
That's fair. Yeah, but there's still lots of vegetables and fruit left, is what you're saying.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And what the other interesting part of that is that a lot of green, where you get fruits and vegetables from, they're often greengrocers, like local businesses who sell those foods. So it's a really good opportunity as a community for us to go to those little independent guys, buy a bunch of fruit and vegetables. So it's a great kind of, it's a two-edged sword. Instead of going down to Loblaws and there's nothing to buy, and support your local guy and buy some fruit and vegetables. The other point too that I wanted to make, which I don't think people would be thinking about, is the fact that now that you're stuck at home working or self-isolating, you aren't burning any energy at all. So I'll use myself as an example because I track my calorie burn every day on my Fitbit. So ordinarily I'm out at the gym, I'm walking around, I'm doing all this activity, and I'm burning a huge amount of calories. So I'm eating a lot of food to maintain myself the way I am. Now that I'm sitting at home doing absolutely nothing, my calorie burn, so my energy that I'm expending, has gone down probably like 50%.
Wow.
So what that means is,
really?
yeah, it's huge. It's
Okay.
huge amount. So anyone who works, maybe a server, someone who's working outdoors, people who are like really active, you need to be really, really careful because your calorie burn now has gone down so much that if you keep eating the same amount of food that you wouldn't ordinarily, then you may possibly put some weight on. Now, that doesn't mean that even if you just work in an office that, whatever, I'm sure your situation, I'm guessing, has changed, just the nature of being inside more. Maybe you're not going to client, meetings or whatever. So even yourself, your energy level has gone down. So you need to be thinking about, okay, do I need to adjust my eating habits slightly? Anyone working from home needs to take that tip into account.
That's a really good advice, Jay. Is there anything else we should be thinking about, or any questions that I'm just maybe not informed enough to ask an expert like yourself?
I think as long as you're doing something is better than nothing. And number one thing that I see is that people end up doing nothing because they feel like they don't know the perfect thing to do.
Absolutely. Don't let the good be the enemy of the perfect, or vice versa.
Exactly. Yeah. So just to do something, like it's meant to be positive. It's meant to be, we're good news. The good news is if you do anything, it's going to have an impact. So like I said earlier, even if you just go for a walk, that is positive. If you eat fruit and vegetables, there's all positive things that we can be doing, instead of just sitting thinking, well, my gym's closed, therefore I can't work out. There's no meat and vegetable, the grocery store's empty, so I'm going to order takeaway food. Just do something.
Okay. Well, that's super awesome advice, Jay. And in closing, I just want to ask you one more question, which is, what's a positive, encouraging, or uplifting hope that you would have for the future?
Okay. Can I give two for this one?
Sure. I'll allow it this one time.
Okay, cool. So first one is just, I'm hopeful when I've been seeing all this content about the Earth kind of how do we want to call it? Like regenerating itself. Like, I don't know if you've seen videos of the canals in Venice clear, and the pollution in China and other places is just plummeted like they've never seen before.
Yeah.
So that makes me very hopeful for the future, because I think people will see this, like, when you see quick change, it excites you, and you're like, oh, I didn't realize that could actually happen.
Yeah, I think that the biggest...
I never imagined,
Yeah.
I'm sure you never imagined that you'd see the canal clear.
Yeah. Well, for me, it's like, I get a buzz on, I hate doing mindless bureaucratic things. It's probably my most feared and hated thing, is just to get stuck in a system that's so inefficient, right? And the best meme I've seen of this current environment was, there's a guy sitting at his desk wearing like his underwear basically, and he has like that shock face on his, and he goes, "Wait a minute, you mean all these meetings could have been an email?" Right? And I think about how much more efficient things have just gotten. I mean, I just talked to my doctor yesterday on the phone for a routine thing that I didn't need to come in for, right? About our daughter.
Yeah.
And I think it's going to be hard to go back to the old inefficient way when we realize, all those meetings could have been an email, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So sorry, I cut you off, but I just wanted to get that in there.
Yeah, that's actually a really good one. And I was thinking about, all these fitness businesses now people are forced to work out at home. That's been something people have been trying to, like, people in the fitness industry have been trying to encourage people to do for years, and people refuse to do it. Now they're forced to do it. It's like, okay, you've got no excuse now.
Yeah.
The other one that I want to share with you and everyone else, because it's so impactful, is that I'll try to keep a long story short. But basically, I went to India and Sri Lanka for my honeymoon over Christmas. And in India and Sri Lanka, wherever you walk, people are smiling. They look you in the face. They say hi. There's this like real sense of community. And I was in India and Sri Lanka for a month. And when I came back, just walking along the streets here in Toronto, no one would look me in the face. No one said hi. My own neighbors on my own street, everyone's sort of avoiding each other, and, before we were self-isolating. But what I noticed yesterday was I walked along the street. My neighbors said hi. People looked me in the face. They smiled. It was this, like, people are really coming together in a way that I think, is hopeful. So anyways, it's interesting. You don't maybe realize that things aren't the way they should be until you see it somewhere else. And then you're like, oh, okay. So I'm really hopeful that as everyone is now looking after each other a little bit more, that we will continue to say hi to our neighbor, ask if people are okay. Those simple things. It's really cool.
Yeah, it really is. I'm reminded. So, I'm reminded of stories I heard about people in England that were retreating into the tunnels during the bombings during World War II. And there was an expectation after going through this experience where they had to leave their homes and every night go underground, that there would be a lot of PTSD and psychological trauma, right? Which would be naturally expected. And what they found is that there was almost that people actually kind of looked back on the experience with almost a nostalgia to it. And I think part of that might have been that people kind of bonded in the way that, just the way you're talking about, it's like we're mutually going through something together, and it's beyond anyone's control. And just the simple act of smiling and encouraging one another makes you bond, right? And just the fact that knowing you look at the guy across the way, he's going through the same thing. He's worried about the future. He's stressed out, right? And just that simple act of smiling at someone, waving at someone. I live on a very busy road. So I get this weird combination. I've got a busy road, which is Trafalgar Road, and then there's a side road that's not even paved across the street. And I live in the country. So on the side road, everybody waves at everybody. That's just what we do. But I'm noticing if I wave at people on Trafalgar Road, everybody waves back now. And that never happened even 2 weeks ago, right? So I think people are, it's weird that we're socially isolating, but we're now more than ever kind of receptive to connection. So, that's a really interesting point that you made, Jay. I really appreciate you talking about that.
Yeah, and for people watching or listening, like don't disregard the fact that just you simply looking someone in the eyes and smiling is a really powerful thing. Because when you go to another country and everyone does it, it's so uplifting, and you feel incredible, and you feel like you're part of something. So be brave and be the first person to do that. Like, don't wait for them. Just look them in the eye, smile, say hi, and you'll find that, that tiny little interaction, you're both going to pass, and you both gain some joy out of that.
Yeah, just make sure you do it from at least 6 to 7 feet away.
Yeah, exactly.
Awesome, Jay. Well, thanks so much for your time. If you have time later on, it'd be great if you could stick around for the live chat. Maybe take personal training specific questions from the audience.
Sure,
that'd be great.
Definitely. Happy to answer any questions.
Okay, perfect. Well, we'll bring you back on later, and thank you so much for taking the time. If they need to find more about you, I'm sure they just can message you on Facebook and go from there.
Yeah, exactly. You can find me on Instagram, The Personal Revolution, or on Facebook, Personal Revolution Fitness.
Okay, awesome.
Or Jay Quarmby. Yep, reach out. Happy to help.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Jay. Really appreciate your time.
No worries. Thanks, mate.
Okay,
bye.
Cheers. All right, that was an awesome interview. I really appreciated Jay doing that. And Jay is, I think, on the live chat right now. So we're going to try to Skype him in at the end of the stream so that we don't risk crashing the rest of the stream. And I really enjoyed the whole idea of like contagious smiles. Someone here is commenting, smiles are so contagious. Absolutely. Definitely more contagious than anything else going around right now. And Corey had a question for Jay. We'll get to this question. Really great question. Children can't verbalize how they feel about the lack of socialization. How would you address this? That's a really great question, and I'm interested to see what Jay's answer to that question is. So let's play a few more tunes, and before we do that, I'll play one song, and then we'll take a little break.
Cecilia, you're breaking my heart. You're shaking my confidence daily. Oh, Cecilia, I'm down on my knees. I'm begging you, please, to come home. Come on home. Making love in the afternoon with Cecilia up in my bedroom. Making love, I come up to wash my face. When I come back to bed, someone's taking my place. Cecilia, you're breaking my heart. You're shaking my confidence daily. Oh, Cecilia, I'm down on my knees. I'm begging you, please, to come home. Home on home. Do 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 Jubilation, she loves me again. I fall on the floor and I'm laughing. Jubilation, she loves me again. I fall on the floor and I'm laughing. Cecilia, you're breaking my heart. You're shaking my confidence daily. Oh, Cecilia, I'm down on my knees. I'm begging you, please, to come home. Come on home. Do 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 do.
Hey, Brother Donovan. Good to see your wave symbol here.
Here's my story, it's sad but it's true, about a girl that I once knew. She took my love and she ran around with every single guy in town. Oh, hey, hey, whoa, oh, hey, whoa, oh, hey, whoa, oh. I should have known her from the very start. That girl's gonna break my heart. Listen, people, what I'm telling you. Hey. Keep away from her, run around soon. She had ruby red lips and a smile on her face, swinging those hips all over the place. If you don't wanna cry like I do, keep away from her, run around too. Oh, hey, hey, whoa, oh, hey, whoa, oh, hey, whoa. She likes to travel around. Ooh, she loves it and she puts it down. People, let me put your wife. She goes out with other guys. Well, I'm more of the story from the guy who knows. I wasn't loving, my love still grows. Scanning fool that she ever knew. Listen, keep away from her, run around too. Oh, hey, hey, whoa, oh, hey, whoa, oh, hey, whoa. Yes, she likes to travel around. She loves it that she puts you down. People, let me put your wife. She goes out with other guys. Hey, hey, whoa, oh, hey, whoa, oh, hey, whoa, hey, hey, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, yeah.
Thank you. So what did you guys think of Jay? I thought he was fantastic. I thought he was one of my favorite guests so far. And I want to get to what I call sharing time. So I talked earlier about this, and I think I want to foster more inner connection between the people chatting. So it's not just one way, me talking to you, and vice versa. It's more of a connection thing. And so if you guys could, I would appreciate if you could share something positive to encourage others. That could be like a personal story of something fun you did, or something small or big that you did or accomplished, or a birthday, or something that people are still having babies. People are still, getting engaged, hopefully. People are still falling in love, and this is all still happening. And that's the type of stuff that goodnewsonly.ca is all about, right? So if you got stuff on the positive note that you want to share, you feel comfortable sharing, then definitely share it. And then everybody else can be encouraging. It'd be fantastic. And then the other thing is, if you have something helpful, like logistically helpful, practically helpful, that everybody in Ontario can benefit from, like, hey, there's toilet paper at 462 Bridge. Whatever it is, that'd be great. We got some good news coming in already, so I'm going to share that. Okay, let's share some of this already. Got some good news. Here in Tottenham, this is kind of a cool idea. I like this idea. Hold on. I'll read it out loud. Good news. Here in Tottenham, at 7:30 p.m. this evening, we had to get outside, make as much noise as you can, and have a social distance chat with whoever comes out. That's so Tottenham. Tottenham is a cool little town kind of near me. It warmed our heart to see our neighbors and kids having some laughs. That would be hilarious. I would yell inappropriate things probably, though, if that was me. That's awesome. Really, really cool piece of news. Thank you, Shannon Ritchie Leet from Tottenham. Really sweet news there. I like that. Thanks for sharing that. All right. Here's a cool one. I'm going to share this one too. If it's okay, I'm going to share anyone that is positive. So, went out today with my son for a walk in the city park. Took gloves and a bag, and we were walking, picking up garbage. Cool, Peggy. Were you inspired by our guest, Sam, by any chance? I was also inspired by Sam, but then my daughter's like, I don't want to pick up the garbage. It might have corona on it. And I didn't want to go into deep germ theory lesson, so I just said, okay, we won't pick up garbage today. Oh, this is cool. Hold on. Our village is doing a make some noise where people are encouraged to play music and brighten our town with sound. That's cool. What, Megan, if you don't mind me at that, is that also Tottenham? Very cool. Oh, this is cool. Yeah, okay. Chantel, I work at a grocery store, and today I was cleaning the cart, and there were so many people saying thank you. It was really nice. I think everyone on this live stream should say thank you. the people working at grocery stores are freaking heroes right now. I mean, to go in and do that job right now when you know the type of risk that you're taking to do that, thank you. Thank you very much. We really, really appreciate it. The people that are keeping the trucks going and keeping everything moving, that is super helpful right now. Man, that is so cool. Here's oh, this is Jay's wife. Let's share something positive. Went for a walk day with Jay, and we visited some local food spots, and still open for takeaways and grabbed some little bites from a number of different places. Helped those spots just a little and made us feel like yeah, that's true. There's a lot of restaurants that are just really feeling the pinch right now, guys. They got no business coming in. That must be really, really hard. You know what's another thing you could do is just message a business owner and say, hey, we're thinking about you. We're rooting for you. How can we help you guys? You know, because there's some businesses that have been absolutely devastated in the last week. So here's something cool, Scott Jackson. Humble brag here. we'll accept it. I'm still working on not showing symptoms. I picked up some groceries for some elderly neighbors and a couple with an adult special needs son. We're all in this together. Help people out if you can. Absolutely, buddy. Thank you for doing that, and congrats. Very good. Okay, here's one. This is sweet. Stonehooker Brewery in Port Credit has touch-free beer pickup. Oh, I just saw free beer, and I was like, free beer, sweet. Not free beer. It's touch-free beer pickup. You can call ahead and order the beer. Okay, sorry. I got really excited. That's my brother Donovan. Also exciting about touch-free beer pickup, but not as exciting as free beer. Yeah. Stonehooker Brewery in Port Credit. Check it out, guys. Because everyone knows we could use a beer here and there. That's so cool. Oh, here's pretty cool. I was surprised. Neighbors I barely knew gave me their pins and debit cards to help. Don't take advantage of that, Scott Jackson. Yeah, that is cool. Yeah, this is very encouraging, guys. This is exactly the type of sharing I want. So if you got any more to share them throughout the live stream. I'm gonna keep playing a few more strong songs. And we got a few more minutes. I'm going to get Jay back on if I can at the end to answer some questions. I'm going to play a request from last night. We did all requests last Thursday. Yesterday? Yeah. Request last night. Very, very cool. Yeah, let's get to it. Some more tunes. This is a song. This is from my very first album. It's from when I used to play it for the band called Cavan, and it's called "Changing with the Year." Somebody requested it. Must be an old school fan. So thank you.
I'm not ashamed to say I love you. I'm just ashamed of what my eyes have seen. I'm not ashamed to say I need you. I'm just afraid that I need to begin. And it's okay if you don't listen, love. It's okay if you can't hear. All I'm asking for is stay with me. Will you change with me? I'm changing with the year. Will you change with me? I'm changing with the year. The winter creeps in while we're sleeping, and on the surface all is bare, but underneath a spring is hiding. The casualties of autumn's air. It's okay if you don't listen, love. It's okay if you can't hear. All I'm asking for is stay with me. Will you change with me? I'm changing with the year. Will you change with me? I'm changing with the year. I'm not afraid to say I love you. I'm just afraid of what my hands have done. You need to know if you're to hold them. They need you here for everyone. It's okay if you don't listen, love. It's okay if you can't hear. All I'm asking for is stay with me. Will you change with me? I'm changing with the year. Will you change with me? I'm changing with the year. Will you change with me? I'm changing with the year.
All right, we're going to play one more. I want to get to Jay. Jay Quarmby just does a great interview. I think he's got some really awesome insights that I think will be useful for everyone in the chat. So I'm going to play one more song. This is hopefully an uplifting close. This was requested last night a lot. But before I do that, just so we can close out strong, I want to talk about the next week. So I'm going to take Sunday and Monday off, and we'll start again on Tuesday. I've got a guest, Sam Shepard. She's a local girl from Erin, Ontario, near me. She runs Wild Beast Yoga, but just has some really useful things to say about just feeling better. Wednesday, John Dillow, who's an amazing counselor. I know him personally very well. Then we got mystery guests, and I'm going to do All Request Friday again because it was good, and it was very fun. So we have a mystery guest on Thursday, a mystery guest on Saturday. I'll be honest with you guys, mystery guest just means I haven't actually figured out who the guest is yet. So if you have a great guest idea, if you are a great guest, if you know someone who would be a great guest, hit me up. It basically takes a few minutes to be a guest. It doesn't take a whole lot of time commitment, and you can be really helpful. And so that's kind of next week's schedule, and that's as far as I'm going to commit. The goal is another 5 episodes next week on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. And we'll see where that goes. We'll see where that takes us. It seems to have been growing pretty well, and it seems to be encouraging to people. I hope that's the goal. Yeah, let's play one more uplifting one, and we'll get back to Jay.
Another turning point, a fork stuck in the road. Time grabs you by the wrist, directs you where to go. So make the best of this test and don't ask why. It's not a question but a lesson learned in time. It's something unpredictable, but in the end is right. I hope you have the time of your life. So take the photographs and still frames in your mind, hanging on the shelf to good health and good time. Tattoos and memories and dead skin on trial. For what it's worth, it won't worth all the while. It's something unpredictable, but in the end it's right. I hope you have the time of your life.
All right, you're going to date yourself, but How many people think of the end of Seinfeld when they hear this song? Or just by show of hands, how many people have played this on a slideshow for their grade 8 graduation party? You're old if that's true, for either case.
Well, it's something unpredictable, but in the end it's right. I hope you have the time of your life.
And now graduating class of 1994. Go out and have a great time. Don't smoke. Remember, drugs will melt your genitalia. All right, that's all the songs I got planned. I'm going to get Jay back, hopefully on Skype. Hold on. Let me see if I can get the man, the legend. Let's get the man. Oh, I guess before we get to that, final temperature check, guys. Where are you on a scale of 1 to 10? Where are we right now? Scale of 1 to 10. Has it improved? Did they also play that? They also play Time of Your Life during Wayne Gretzky's retirement. It's just like the classic. Somebody's moving on in life, or somebody's finished something, you know? Congratulations, you graduated grade 8 or high school. Hope you had the time of your life with people you were forced to hang out with for 8 years or 4 years. Just joking. High school was fun. Okay, so let's get Jay back in on this call. But let's give me a temperature check here, guys. How are we feeling? How are we doing? Was it uplifting? Was it share-worthy? Uplifting? That's what I'm hoping for. That's what we're aiming for. Okay, I'm going to get Jay back on. Oh, he's calling me, which is great. Okay. Jay, buddy, you're there.
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, I'm adding you to this live stream and hope it doesn't crash the live stream. Okay, can you guys hear Jay?
Hey, guys, I'm here. Thanks for watching and listening, and thanks, Dave's been awesome. Music's been great. Cool.
Yeah, it was my pleasure to have you. I thought our conversation was interesting. I was watching it back. It's like, what a great set of tips and just super helpful.
Yeah, I was watching it back myself, and I was like, oh yeah, I need to pay attention to that. There's some good tips there.
Yeah, it's funny how we don't always follow our own good advice at times, you know.
Yeah.
So there was a couple questions earlier. Corey asked that really good one. And I saw you type the answer, but it'd be cool if you could. I'll try to get that. The question was essentially, to summarize the question, it was, kids are having a real trouble verbalizing what they're going through. And what would you suggest to help them with that? I think it was the gist of Corey's question. If you could answer it verbally, not everybody has access to the chat. So,
yeah, it was a really good question actually, and I think the reality is that none of us know how to verbalize how we're feeling right now because it's such a unique experience. I don't really know how I feel, and so the point is that our children 100% are going to be feeling it the whole time. Probably worse than us because they're used to socializing more. So we just have to make a commitment to actually doing more with them or trying to get them engaged. I think you have to assume that your kids are feeling it. Anyone's kids are feeling it. If you imagine how much we're feeling it, they're feeling it 10 times more. So some of the quick little things I wrote down was organize some little Skype or FaceTime videos with their pals, just to connect them that way. And even if it's for 5 minutes, sometimes kids just want to talk. My nephews will talk to me for 5 minutes and then they're bored, but they get a lot out of that. Or even get them to record messages and send it back and forth. Because that can become a fun thing where they're engaging, they're waiting for the text message to come back, and then you can show them the video. That's something I do with my nephews all the time. We'll just sort of play video chat message.
What platform do you use to do that specifically, Jay?
Sorry?
What platform do you do that with?
So I have an iPhone, so I just send them a text message. We have a group chat with WhatsApp. which is really good for sending videos back and forth. You could just, if you've got kids, friends, just get your kids to record a message. Say, why don't you send a message to your pal at school, or, your neighbor or whoever, and just record it for them and just send it to them.
It's really good advice. So along that line, so what we did 2 days ago is we set up our actual TV. We have one TV in our house, and I set up a webcam above it, and then connected it to our computer. So basically, you could talk to the TV. Our friends are on the TV, and then they can see us from the TV.
It's a great idea.
It's really, really, really helpful to chat. And yeah, like you said, Evie had a chat with her friend for 5 minutes before they got bored, and Nan and Granddad and everybody, we can chat with them kind of live on the TV, and it's not as good as being there, obviously, but it's a little easier than just like talking on the phone kind of thing.
Yeah. A good tip I saw someone else wrote something about how do they get the live feed onto their television. If you have a smart television, guys, you can often just stream anything from your phone. They'll just connect straight away. If you don't know how to do it, reach out, even just ask someone on Facebook, say, hey, how do I stream a call or videos directly to my TV? And get that set up, because that's really important. Because if you're sitting at home, if you can watch people on the screen, it really makes a big difference than just us all sort of holding the phones, trying to look at everyone in the picture. It's like, just pop it up on your TV. Ask someone anyone who knows how to do it, they'll set it up for you.
Yeah, it makes a difference where they can see the whole family room and the whole family together. I think it makes a difference, hopefully. So yeah, that's a really good advice. And I guess I want to encourage anybody in the chat. Like, Jay is first of all, he's jacked. He's wearing a very baggy shirt right now, but I've seen him with less clothing on, and the guy's jacked and really knows his stuff in terms of physical fitness and just personal health and things like that. So if you have any questions along those lines, you can get as specific or as generic as you want. The man's an open book, so by all means, fire those type of questions his way.
But exactly, and what I'll say too is, if you haven't got a question now, but you have one later on, just send me a message. I'm always open to people. There's no bad questions. It's what I do for a living, and I'm more than happy. Even you want to take offline if you have a more personal question, send me a message. It's fine. No
you don't have to get super public about your hamstring or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Well, Jay,
do you have any questions, Dave?
I do have very specific like nerd questions, I guess, but they're probably too specifically like for the generic audience right now. They're like deadlift specific questions right now.
Okay.
But
we'll save that for another.
For after the call kind of thing. But once again, thanks for being part of it. If you have any recommendations of other guests we should have on, by all means make them too, because I'm as I said, I'm looking for guests, preferably people from Ontario, but I'm not discriminatory. I'm helping everybody.
Okay. I'll think of some. And guys, just want to reiterate what I said yesterday. Just do something. Don't get caught up. I see it all the time. Like, I literally have worked with hundreds, if not thousands of people. I've taught over 1,000 boot camp classes. And the number one thing, guys, that people are doing is they're fearful of not knowing how to do the perfect workout, or they're afraid. Don't be afraid. Like, just do something. Like, we're in this for the long haul, and I don't necessarily mean just the virus and being indoors, but like physical health and activity, it's a long game. So if you're out there just going for a walk and maybe you decide to just walk up some hills, that is a win to me. So don't be scared, don't be afraid, and ask for help, or ask someone to say, hey, can you go for a walk for me, or teach me how to work out, and they will.
Yep. People, I find the barn doors really got blown up in terms of people being accessible. You can get anybody on the phone pretty much right now. You can get anybody via email. Everyone's responsive to things, because what else are we going to do, right?
It's exactly. And people want to help you. The thing, people who are working in fitness, if you're a good fitness trainer, you actually are in this to help people. And I've never once turned away an email of someone saying, hey, listen, I just need some help. So reach out to anyone you know. Reach out to me, and you've got some help. We can get you started.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say if you're in the personal fitness industry, it's very much like being a musician. You're not in it for the money, right? You're in it because you love what you do, right? So once again, thanks so much for being a part of it. I think we're going to say good night. I'll let you go for now, Jay. And thanks so much, everybody, for making this happen and making it so. I guess I'll say goodbye for now, Jay.
Okay. See ya. Thank you.
Cheers, brother.
See you guys. Bye.
Cheers. Thanks so much for making this thing happen. Really, this is all you guys. So I'm gonna sign off for the night. But remember, next week starts on Tuesday. In terms of the show, I might do some little pre-recorded stuff for the best of the best stuff on Sunday and Monday, just to keep it regular. But the next live show is Tuesday the 24th. I have Sam Shepard on. Wednesday, John Dillo, and then we got mystery guests, all request Fridays, and another mystery guest. So, guys, it's been a blast. I hope you've had a great time. I hope it's been uplifting for you, and we'll talk to you again really soon.